Okay.
Yes, Judge, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
You're not on camera. Oh, there you go.
Mhm.
Okay. Good
Yeah.
morning, Ms. Bowler.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank
Good.
you.
Yes, Judge. So for position number 3, Demarius Johnson, Mr. Johnson will be pleading to 1 count of reckless driving, 1 count of basic rules violation, and 2 counts of possession of open container. The negotiated sentence on the reckless driving is 12 months to serve 24 hours, credit for time served of 1 day, balance probated. For the defendant to pay $300 fine, complete 40 hours of community service, risk reduction, and alcohol and drug evaluation and any treatment deemed necessary, as well as a victim impact panel. For the basic rules violation, our negotiated sentence is for a $400 fine. For count 3, possession of open container, a $200 fine. And for count 4, possession of open container, a $200 fine. Counsel, do you stipulate to a factual basis, venue, and identification for purposes of the plea?
We do so stipulate, and Judge, we ask this court to accept the plea as negotiated.
Anything further, Ms. Helen?
No, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Johnson, it's my understanding that in case 21 CR 004529Y, you wish to plead guilty to reckless driving, a basic rules violation, and 2 counts of possession of open container. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with your counsel's representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
Okay, I will accept the plea as negotiated. Mr. Johnson, let's see, we'll get you where you need to report to probation. I ask that you report within the next 2 weeks or so. When you complete the terms of the probation, meaning that you do everything that you need to do, then I'll have it go to a non-reporting status, which means that you won't have to actively report and you will not have to pay those fees, okay? So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on active reporting to probation, okay?
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything further for Mr. Johnson this morning?
No, Judge, but if the court would like for me to submit a paper application for probation to have that information in one place, I can. I know Mr. Johnson, I think, has received the email for the QR code for probation.
Whatever you prefer, Ms. Helen.
Okay.
So,
We can do the QR code.
okay, all right. So he should I know where if there's any problem, I'm sure he'll get in touch with you.
Understood, Judge.
Okay. If nothing further, Mr. Johnson, you have a good day, sir.
All right. You all too.
Okay. It was my understanding that this was the only matter that was going forward today, although I do see some counsel in the courtroom there. Is there another issue that we need to take up?
Yes, position 5 actually, position 5 actually showed. I'm trying to send him the Zoom link now. There we go.
I'm sorry, Mr. Randolph, I didn't understand what you said.
Position 5,
I apologize, Judge.
although he filed a conflict letter, he still showed up.
Okay, so
Is your microphone on?
Hold on, we're working on that, please, sir.
and this is Attorney Willis.
Yes.
Okay, so it's my understanding that based on the motion for continuance, that the case is reset until the April 18th motions calendar.
That's new to me, Your Honor. We never received any notice of reset, check the calendar yesterday. Put back in the calendar.
I'm sorry, can you turn the microphone on at the desk? We're having a difficult time hearing.
Can you hear me, Your Honor?
Okay, and what was, I'm sorry, Mrs. Willis, what was the announcement?
So, Your Honor, we received a motion.
I mean, I still can't hear. Can you hear, Ms. Waldrop?
No,
The
Okay.
attorney might have to come to Mr. Randolph's mic to make his announcement.
Yes,
Can you hear me, Your Honor? This is Greg.
Okay, yes, now, yes, good morning, Mr. Willis. Yes, what were you saying?
Good morning, Your Honor. So, we received a notice of, request for continuance by the state, and that was we never received a ruling on that or a noticeable reset. So we're here and we're ready in that case, Your Honor.
Okay, well, it was my understanding that that a motion was filed. I'm not sure if it was for continuance was filed, that based on that motion that the state had agreed to a reset to April 18th. Was that your understanding, Ms. Waldrop?
I'm sorry, Judge, I can barely hear. But yes, it is my understanding that it was reset to the next motion's calendar.
And Your Honor, it's
Okay.
my understanding the state filed that motion. Is that correct, Your Honor, that we were talking about?
Yes,
Yes, and do we also, and that was a conflict based, that was based on, there was a conflict with Officer Needham.
that is correct. He's on extended medical leave.
Okay, so based on that, Mr. Willis, the state's request for continuance will be granted in the matter. So we will have the motions hearing on April 18th.
And Your Honor, I believe I have a leave file for April 15th. I'm almost certain because I was just on your calendar a couple of days ago.
Okay, so would you like to have it placed on a different motions calendar?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, do we have, Mr. Randolph, do we have another motions calendar schedule for me?
give me 1 second.
Okay,
May 23rd.
does that work, Mr. Willis? And I know, Ms. Waldrop, you're gonna have,
What I can do, Your Honor, is I can let you take care of your business and I'll speak with Mr. Randall about this.
do you think your witness will be prepared, will be available by that May date, Ms. Waldrop?
Did you say April 23rd or May 23rd?
May 23rd.
Okay, so it's my understanding that he had a surgery and will be on medical leave for a possible period of up to 4 weeks. So I anticipate that May 23rd should work, but
Okay, so let's go ahead and place it on that May 23rd calendar, and as we get
I have a
closer.
leave file for that day. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, all right, so what's the next, is there something in May, June?
I can put them on June 20th. It's going to be tight.
Okay,
A little over, but
does June 20th work for you, Mr. Willis?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and that should give your witness plenty of time, Ms. Waldrop.
so
Okay, very good. All right, if nothing further, I will see you back in June for that calendar.
Thank you,
Anything
Your Honor.
further, Mr. Willis?
sorry.
Okay, have a good day.
Thank you.
Okay, anything further on this calendar this morning?
no, Judge, not from the state.
No,
Okay, so let's see, Mr. Randolph, if you will get me that sentence sheet, I will get you the paperwork back for everything this morning as soon as I get the plea sheet. All right, if nothing further, we appreciate you being here for us this morning, Ms. Carter. Thank you very much. And
Thank you, Judge.
we'll see everyone the next time. Y'all have a good rest of your day. Thank you.
thank you, Judge.
You too, Judge.